Yeah, it is generally the case where I think most of these games have just been decided on which operators each team choose. If you choose the right operators, you know, you can just absolutely demolish any chance your team, the other team has at, you know, winning a single team fight. You know, uh, like last time, what was it, AIV? They picked a Galio, a Rel. They picked a lot of really good, hard engaged champs. But as far as damage goes, I think they only had maybe a Lucian.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was all they had in a Rumble.
And a Rumble, and neither of them were very fed. So hopefully we can see some good drafting from both teams here.
Yeah,
Would hate
looking
to see a
at
blowout.
EASU right now on the blue, MXSA on the blue side, I apologize, and then EASU on the red side. Looks like EASU did capitalize in the Kled main on the MXSA side, so they're going to ban Kled and the Karma. Karma has been very prominent in the last games the day before, so banning that is a really good choice. And then looking on the MXSA side, they got Sejuani, Zir, and Irelia.
I mean, maybe there's, I mean, they have been scrimming quite a bit, right? Maybe there's a really strong Irelia player on the other team, and a really strong Irelia player can just absolutely ruin your day. And same with Azir, you know, those are both pretty good carry champions. So banning them outright, maybe there's maybe a one trick, you know, just target banning, just preventing them from being the absolute menace that they can be is generally preferred, right?
Yeah, and then we have a first pick of MXSA. We have Jinx.
All right.
And then on the EASU side, we have a Jarvan pick. Interesting.
Yeah, Jarvan is generally considered one of the better gankers in the game. I mean, Jarvan with the flag and drag can just absolutely ruin your day, especially if you're playing mid lane. And Jinx is generally pretty good late game. You know, you can storm down towers, you can get really excited and just destroy a team fight. So, again, playing for a late game, I think, is the meta for this tournament.
We're looking at a Vigar pick on the MXSA side. I do believe there is a Vigar one trick on the MXSA side. So seeing that, we might see some great plays from them.
Yeah, I mean, Vigar generally considered very immobile, right? But you can, you know, if you accidentally use your cage to kind of catch your enemy mid laner, I mean, Katarina is pretty hard to fight as a Veigar because Katarina could just blink between your cage and you can't do anything. And Jarvan can't really contest either because, you know, if he goes into the cage, sorry, Veigar is most definitely going to save his cage for the gank just because it doesn't work on Katarina. We're going to be looking forward to that. Milio is interesting.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of Milio plays from MXSA, so they might be able to capitalize on the Milio plays right now, but looking to see that Ilawe ban, looking at that top ban right now. Looking at the good bans from the MXSA side, though, they're banning Kai'Sa and Azir. They played Azir and Kai'Sa in the last game. They were very dominating, which in both lanes. So with that, luckily they're gone. And a Vi ban from the EASU side. Vi has been very prominent also during these games. So seeing that Vi ban, looks like they've been studying the game so far. So we're seeing that meta builds now.
I mean, I think these might all just be comfort champions for MXSA and target banning these. I mean, comfort champions are comfort champions, you know, they're always going to be comfortable to play and you're always going to perform somewhat well on them if you're good. So just banning them outright is generally a pretty good idea. With Zeri is a little bit more interesting. You know, Zeri is generally considered pretty inconsistent. If you know, if a good Zeri and a bad enemy bot lane fight against each other, the difference is very obvious. You can really see when a Zeri is on point. Hopefully we're going to see the Zeri Q in the direction of the enemy, as opposed to, you know, backwards as I do sometimes.
Yeah, but for EASU, when they played Zeri, they had lost the game because of the bot lane diff with them playing Zeri. So we're hoping to see some better Zeri plays today. And then we have a Viego pick on the MXSA side. Interesting. Yeah,
very interesting here. I mean, MXSA definitely has quite a bit of damage here. I think I'm just looking for maybe an engage, maybe a frontliner, and Jax will definitely do the trick. Although the only issue is that you know, having only one tank on your team means that you're going to have to constantly be grouping, and you know, sometimes with these games you can get you can get an enemy top laner that just split pushes all game long, and then yeah, you win every team fight, but now you're down like 2 inhibs, and your base is unsalvageable. So, you know, hopefully we're not going to see any of that gameplay, because that gameplay is really boring.
Yeah, and then for EASU, we're gonna see an Olaf lock-in, interesting lock-in. We're gonna see some bruising going on. So
yeah, Olaf definitely has quite a bit of true damage in his kit, and he's really good at just rushing you down, just making sure you can't play the game by just, you know, he's got axes, he'll chop you down. It's really hard to fight against. But in terms of late game, really, Olaf's not that scary. I mean, sure, he's CC immune, but as long as you can, your entire team can burst him down before he gets to your damage dealers, you know, he's fine. And then Viego can transform into him and just clean house. I don't know. That doesn't seem very good.
So we'll see how this game plays out, but so far, who do you think is the favorite to win in terms of the draft?
In terms of the draft, it's kind of hard to say, because Katarina is a champion that can just kind of hard carry a game. But you know, Jax, Viego, Veigar, Jinx, and Emilio, they all have ways to disrupt Katarina's ultimate. So as long as they're paying attention and they do have the ability to kind of disrupt that ult, Katarina's not going to be that big an issue. You know, it's all about snowballing here, I think. Snowballing is the name of the game for red side, but blue side, it's all about scaling.
Yeah. And we're back. We're in the game. Looks like they are waiting for any invade or anything that happens. Bomber is pushing a little up, but MXSA does see that and are able to contest.
Oh my god.
Oh, we have a lot of trash talking going on in the chat.
That's definitely very interesting. I'm more interested in the fact that okay, that is a Veigar mid. Yes. Okay. I don't know, the way it looks. I thought we were having a Veigar support and then a Emilio mid, and I was about to lose my stuff.
But it looks like it's gonna be a safe game. No invade, no early game invades or anything like that. So it looks like it's gonna be just a normal game. We're gonna see.
All right. A little bit of a leash bot side just to get stuff started, and of course, Veigar is just gonna be farming. You know, it's Veigar.
Yeah, Veigar's just be farming the entire game, so nothing exciting or more happening towards mid. Right now, the more focus will be towards bot, jungle, and top. I'm excited to see what top offers with the Jack versus Olaf.
Yeah, Veigar, Viego is just kind of going to be farming a Raptors clear into maybe Krugs and or Wolves for maybe a level 2 gank mid or bots. I'm not really sure. I've not seen this jungle pathing in a while. So it looks like Viego is going to be looking for a level 2 gank bot. Very interesting. All right.
Yeah, Bomber and PD Simulator looks like they got the level 2. Oh, but it looks like King and Rockman also got a level 2, so they will not be able to make any plays like that. Bomber getting a little caught out by the Jinx, but Viego is looking for that gank soon after finishing the Krugs.
All right. Well, this is going to be very interesting. I mean, Viego's not necessarily known for having the best ganks in the world, but I mean, Viego, who ganks early, can definitely solidify a very, very strong lead.
Fortunately, Bomber is going to get caught out, wasting that flash, and he's going to get that death.
First
and
blood,
Jinx gets that
big
first
poke.
blood. PT Singularity getting caught out. They're going under turret.
Dead?
King going under. He gets the double kill and survives. Amazing play by the Jinx.
All right, Jinx is going to have to shove that wave out as fast as they can. Otherwise, you know, Zeri is going to be back in time and could potentially just burst down Jinx with the low health total that they're at. All right, Jax is kind of just going to be fighting ball handler here, you know, Sheepy for life. Versus Olaf. This matchup is a classic top lane matchup. I mean, I do believe this is somewhat skill-based, maybe favored towards Olaf. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, we'll see. It's Sheepy doing some damage, but ball handler able to just trade back. Sheepy might be looking in trouble, cannot do anything, has to flash out, and is able to dodge that axe throw.
Wow, excellent play. Sorry, not excellent play. Kind of unfortunate for Jax there, but luckily we do in fact have the TP, so it's not that big of an issue. We can just TP back to lane, and we're not really missing that much. Speaking of missing a little bit though.
So getting that Scuttle Crab. So it looks like Viego will be missing out on that. Might be able to get the bot Scuttle Crab, but
I don't know. I think Viego is kind of going in with the game plan of, hey, a farm is not nearly as important as just getting my ADC as fat as possible. And, you know, as we've mentioned before, you know, King, or Ching.
King. Let's just go by King.
King, okay, so King is in fact a pretty high-rated player, so, you know, making sure your on paper, most skilled player becomes the strongest in the on the map when it comes to endgame is probably a good idea.
Yeah, with the GM and the Grandmaster, as King is on the bot lane. Like Sheepy is going in for ball handler, trying to get that stun, trying to get that trade, but ball handler will just not let that go. And it looks like he will take a little bit of health back.
Classic top lane strategy is just to build a huge wave and just kind of look at your opponent and dare them to fight you inside of the huge wave. I mean, you know, a lot of people, they'll kind of disrespect that and they will eat a death for it, but looks like ball handler is familiar with wave damage. Now, one important thing I do want you guys to notice is that Jinx has decided to go with a double starter item with both Cull and Doran's Blade. Somewhat of an interesting start here, you know, maintaining that early game dominance, just, you know, because they know that Viego's going to be down here a lot. I mean, look at this. This is...
Bomber trying to get out right now. It's slowed right now. Rooted too. Luminous is going to take that advantage of the Bomber. Bomber trying to get out with that E. Might be able to get out with that stun, nice. But unfortunately with that stun, Viego will take that Leona, and they will not be going under the tower. But
yeah, a little bit of cyberbullying going down on the bot lane. You know, Viego kind of just flexing the... I don't know. Viego's kind of just being annoying.
But it looks like Viego will get that drag, and looks like Sheepy for Life is doing some damage to ball handler. But with ball handler at level 6 and Sheepy still at level 5, it might be hard for them to even do a fight down there. But looks like King Survival will be taking the Void Grubs, and while Viego takes that drag.
Yeah, it's good good stuff from ball handler there, securing a little bit of prio, and good on King Survival for kind of capitalizing on that. I do wonder how many stacks Veigar has. You know, Veigar does kind of just... I mean, Veigar, especially in a game with a Jarvan and a Leona support, you really don't want to be overextending. And looks like Veigar definitely recognizes that. You know, Teddy Lupus just choosing to kind of play back, be chill. All the while, they get frozen on and they can't do anything.
Sheepy is in trouble, and unfortunately not being able to get that stun, and dies to King Survival going to that under tower. Katarina going in for it, the cage missing, and Viego just taking that punishment.
All right, Viego looking to potentially burst on a half-health J4 here. But ball handler, I mean, ball handler is looking very menacing there. Unfortunately, does get the Gromp stolen. MXSA is in a little bit of a dicey position, but again, if your bot lane is fed enough, you are never in a bad situation.
That is true. With Luminous 2 levels behind their jungler right now, is looking a little, due to lack of farm, I believe. Yeah, almost a 20 different CS. Bomber just getting caught out here and there, but trying to defend the turret as much as possible.
It looks like a pretty chill game state, but I mean, this is a pretty chill game state, but I don't know. I definitely see King's kind of advantage here, kind of snowballing out of control. I mean, we've seen this time and time again, yesterday and today. You know, bot lane gets out of hand, rotates the team fights, and the entire team engages for them, and then lose the game. I don't know. Looks like Teddy Lupus is at 25 stacks at 8 minutes. Wow. Matcha's really been bullying Teddy Lupus here. I don't know what to say. That's generally considered not what you want to see.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I suppose that's just unlucky. It's a bad matchup for Veigar, and just not letting Katarina get super fed, I suppose, is a strategy.
Yes, unfortunately, Teddy Lupus also having to back again under the tower, gets that ignite, and unfortunately dies to Matcha. Matcha getting that Faker dominance again.
Yeah, I mean, oh, this is such a good spot for Luminous here. I mean, you know, obviously, I don't know if EASU actually wants to engage on these two, considering the fact that they are definitely extremely fed. So, you know.
Bomber going in on Rakamoto. Luminous coming up.
Coming
Bomber
in.
might be in trouble once they see.
Oh, they recognize the Veigar. Burst down the Zeri.
PD Singler trying to get out. Unfortunately, dies.
King
and
gets
now
kill.
Bomber almost trying to leave, but he is able to. King Survival might be in trouble too, but he's able to leave as well. The amount of damage that King is able to do right now is actually crazy. And PD Singler just dying like that, it might be very detrimental for the bot lane for EASU. EASU trying to get to see what happens.
Tower dive.
There might be another tower dive coming in. Bomber might be looking in trouble as well as King Survival. But with this stun right now, Rakamoto is in danger, but able to get out of that Jarvan ult. King Survival looking a little dangerous. King is able to get out. The ult from Jinx misses, unfortunately, and they will all be able to leave safely. King will be once again just farming the lane out.
Yeah, we can see definitely a focus on bot lane from both junglers here. You know, there's really, I mean, oh, poor Veigar, man. There's literally nothing you can do here. I mean, the wave does look like it's about to unfreeze, but, you know, you've lost so much XP, you've lost so much farm that it might as well just not matter. I suppose the saving grace here is that it makes it so that Jinx's shutdown is not nearly as big as it could be. 300 gold plus another 300 for the kill is really not that much, considering, you know, how much gold they have.
Matcha coming up right now onto Sheepy, who's trying to get the Scuttle Crab. Might have to just give it away to Matcha. King Survival looking to get it, and Luminous coming up right now. Luminous is a level down from King Survival. The Sheepy going in. Matcha might be able to get this, that out. King Survival going in right now. King Survival getting loose. The ult of Katarina gets destroys Sheepy. Luminous trying to get out right now. Unfortunately, the double kill for Matcha. Katarina gets it, showing that Mastery 7 Faker. Oh my goodness, Matcha just showing that dominance in mid lane. Taylor was not being able to do anything, not able to even come to mid. Trying to get that CS that Teddy has been desperately needing, and now King Survival will just take these Void Grubs for himself.
I mean, yeah, that just goes to show you exactly why Katarina is such a menace, you know. When Katarina just gets any kind of kill, you know, Katarina is at a solid 3 kills right now and a 6-stack Darksteel. That's pretty much the equivalent to saying Katarina will be the strongest champion in the Rift for the rest of the game. You know, I know Jinx is sitting at Kraken Slayer, Magical Boots, and a D-Blade, but that's not nearly as strong as Katarina is going to get after this back here. I mean, look at that. Nashor's Tooth already. Sork Boots.
Yeah, Sheepy coming down on King Survival right now. Ball handler on the bottom of Sheepy. Sheepy might be able to get that King Survival. King Survival might be able to get out, and he gets out with a sliver of health. And
Olaf manages to sneak the blue buff away from them, and manages...
Sheepy in trouble right now, trying to get out into mid lane and able to get out. Ball handler is able to get a huge chunk of health from the Jax, and King Survival to leave with the survival.
Honestly, this match is looking very strongly EASU favored. I know that the ADC is really not, you know, nearly as big, and we've time and time again just, you know, kept singing the praises of having a good. Oh, look at! I mean,
Teddy trying to do something with the Ignite, but with the Ignite, he is unable to do anything. Teddy just going down, and Matcha being capitalized on this kill. Matcha getting able to get that plates and that extra gold that Matcha will desperately need for his team to just push on.
Yeah, really unplayable for Teddy Lupus here. I think if I were to, you know, in this kind of situation where Katarina is just kind of freezing on you and you can't step up, otherwise you just get absolutely dunked on. I think, you know, probably a more effective use of your time is just to maybe roam bot and see if you can cage Leona or Zeri or force a flash or an E and just make their life a little bit easier. But as it goes right now, I mean, that's a 50 CS difference in terms of Veigar to Katarina, and also a 4-kill difference. So I don't know. Veigar is not going to be useful for the rest of the game, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, the only use that Veigar will have in this game is probably just his cages during the team fights. So having a good team fight catch, it looks like Bomber is going to be stuck. Rakamoto is going to be stunned out, and Matcha just destroying, just deleting Rakamoto, unfortunately. But King is still able to live, and with this only 3 kills, Sheepy a little dangerous situation. Ball handler. He's able to get out. Sheepy might not be able to get out. Tries to stun behind that. Unfortunately, does not be able to. And Sheepy is gone.
All right, this is complete dominance from EASU. Now, I mean, that just goes to show you why Katarina is such a menace. I mean, you know, one good kill leads to a roam, and leads to another roam, and to, you know, 2 more good kills, and now all of a sudden you can just hop on their carry ult, and then you just won the team fight. you know, there's nothing you can do against a really, really fed Katarina. Look at this. Matcha just can bully Luminous off of his own camps and just leave.
Oh my goodness, Matcha just showing his dominance around the map right now. And with King Survival and Ball Handler getting the tier 2 turret on top for EASU, EASU is looking pretty strong right now, a pretty good state. Olaf with a lead and with mid lane just dominating. The only thing that MXSA has is their bot lane right now and their jungler trying to do whatever he can to just keep them afloat. But it looks like King might be able to take the tower next wave, possibly?
I mean, this is a very important tower for them, obviously. A little bit of objective bounties for them would go a very, very long way. It looks like it's 250 gold split between the team. Not a small amount by any means, you know. I do believe Teddy Lupus is weak enough where they can just stay under the tower and still get one shot. Unfortunately, that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Unfortunately for Matcha, Matcha was to get out with half health under the tower too. King trying to do something against PC Singularity. Getting that Bomber. Bomber is able to just try to do something right now. But Olaf, and it's going to be a 3v4. King is going to get caught out. Rakamoto is going to get caught out as well. That 3v2 is unfortunately not good. King did not survive that unfortunate play on the bot lane for MXSA.
I wouldn't be surprised if MXSA is kind of feeling the pressure right now, feeling a little bit of tilt just from... I know King is feeling a little bit of tilt. I mean, he triple pinged Olaf's teleport. You don't do that unless you're at least somewhat frustrated.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, they will lose their turret on the bot from Olaf. And EASU just having that Sheepy is also just caught out by Matcha. Bomber and Singularity gets caught out, stunned, and killed. Matcha is just dominating this entire game, and they're going to get that Rift Herald soon. This is very in favor for EASU right now. Unfortunately, MXSA does not have a good chance at this point.
I mean, with Katarina buying a Medjai's, you know, Matcha's playing so confident that I don't believe there's any chance that they lose the game here. That, you know, that Medjai is going to get to 25 stack extremely fast. I do believe they're building maybe a Shadow Flame or a Storm Surge after this. That's what the itemization looks like. I mean, look at this outplay that's about to happen here.
Matcha going on the Rakamoto. Rakamoto cannot do anything. Matcha going in. Matcha just being 4v1 stunned and gets the shutdown. Veigar gets the shutdown. Able to get a little bit of gold, a little bit of levels up for Veigar. As a payback for saying, hey, you pushed me out of the lane way too much.
I don't even know if that amount of gold will put Veigar back in the game. I mean, Veigar was so far behind in both levels and XP, and to decide to go Storm Surge first item into a Spectre's Cowl?
That is a very questionable choice.
What? Okay. Chat, if we're ever wondering about what to build, if you're losing, you build damage. If you're winning, you build resistances.
This is not looking good for MXSA at all with the weird items from them. And not AIV, I'm sorry. EASU will be getting, MXSA, I'm sorry, will be getting that Rift Herald right now with the objective bounty. That will help them a lot in the long run, but still, they're still about 5k gold behind.
Yeah, I mean, 5k gold generally isn't that big of an issue. The issue is where you put that gold, and for MXSA, they really want that gold to be on that Jinx. And unfortunately, it is just not. Jinx is at 1 core item spike and fast approaching the 2 core with Infinity Edge as well. But I mean, really, there's not much you could do. Again, Katarina could just jump on you and kill you. There's nothing you can do.
Katarina just dominating on that mid lane, getting that tier 2 turret on mid. It's very unfortunate for MXSA being now pushed onto their main base, trying to defend as much as they can. Looks like Katarina and Bomber will be going back home. Looks like all the jungle will be just taken away by EASU.
Yeah, and I mean, Olaf is sitting... Olaf is kind of just split pushing, as we just talked about before, consistently pushing in these top waves, making so much pressure, and King and others just have to stay there and continue just pounding out that wave over and over again. I mean, look at this. Olaf is just hiding a tri-bush. Oh, I don't see them anymore. I guess it's time to push. I mean, what do you do?
unfortunately for MXSA, they really can't do anything but just try to get as much CS. King just desperately trying to get all the gold he can, trying to build up his core items right now. But with this Katarina just dominating mid lane, if they just destroy King in just one go, then unfortunately we will see that whole difference in that team fight. And not to be King getting caught out by ball handler, not being able to do anything, trying to flash out, able to flash out, and able to live. And with the support of his teammates, they're able to chase down Olaf. Olaf with that ghost running away.
Yeah, Olaf has decided that, hey, you know, I'm worth 600 gold, and that Jinx is probably worth only 300. So there's really no point in me chasing this kill. I might as well back off and continue split pushing and being a pest to my enemy. And look at that. Now Sheepy has to answer for ball handler, and I don't know if Sheepy can even answer that. I mean, look at this.
Sheepy can't really do anything with ball handler. Teddy trying to do something with the cage to ball handler, but they don't have to do anything. MXSA is not looking good here right now. Sheepy with the 0 and 6 right now. They're barely trying to hold on right now, just trying to defend their towers as best as they can. But with Matcha on top right now, entering the team, they might be looking at trouble right now. King has to watch out for Matcha.
Oh,
Matcha's going in.
Matcha.
King cannot do anything. Gets able to get out on that Katarina. Half health gone from King. Trying to survive right now, but it's not looking good. Inhib is down on the top lane for MXSA. EASU just dominating right now. We can't really do anything. They really can't do anything just to like, other than try to like CC Matcha. That's the only chance they have right now.
Yeah, and it looks like they might have a pretty good opportunity here with Luminous potentially going in for a huge stun. Unfortunately, you know, EASU does recognize that, hey, Matcha's pretty important. Let's stand in front of him just in case Viego goes for a stun.
Yeah, looks like ball handler PT Singulator will solo out the Baron by themselves, while Matcha is just going in on mid. Oh my gosh, right on the turret, and Viego is able to get that shutdown. Unfortunately, King will be going down by Katarina. Luminous trying to look for that, thinking the fight with the Katarina, but unfortunately nothing will happen, and King 7 and Bomber will be able to leave. Viego taking that that bounty away from Katarina might do good for them, but unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to help in the long run.
I mean, Luminous, Viego is definitely a good carry champion for numerous reasons. I mean, they have good crit, they have good attack damage, and obviously they have the good healing, sustain through their reset mechanic, but it's a little bit hard to get a reset mechanic off when you get bursted in under 2 seconds by the 11 and 2 Katarina. Again, sorry, I know I've mentioned that this Katarina is so incredibly fed and is just such a problem for MXSA, but really, what do you do? I hate Katarina.
You really can't do anything. King is barely trying to get all the scraps he can get in this tower. Right now, if they just leave it alone, the Guardians will just destroy the bases. And right now, with the drag coming in soon, King must get to the drag pit right now. But it looks like he is opting in. Dragon item last minute. They might have to get this drag away just due to how Matcha's just dominating in the pit right now. Too scared to just do anything. They have to give this away. Luckily, they still have 2 drag with them. It'll be a 2-and-2 drag for both teams. And I'm not sure what to do, what MXSA can do right now.
I mean, maybe their chance is just to group flank Olaf and see if they can get anything done there. That is, in fact, just 900 gold, 950 gold just sitting on a plate waiting for maybe King to be taking that or Luminous to take that. You know, Viego or Jinx getting these shutdowns could potentially be absolutely massive, but unfortunately, you know, there's just no calls for that. And I guess it's a little bit hard to call for when you don't know where everyone else on the team is.
Yeah, unfortunately right now they are looking at a little trouble right now in the middle lane. Matcha is just, with his presence alone, they're all just too scared to do anything. King is trying to do something. King is rooted right now by Bomber, is able to get out. But Bomber is just stuck out in the open. He's trying to get out right now. He flashes out.
Matcha?
But Matcha just gets in, destroys Sheepy for life. They're stuck in the tower right now. They're getting caught by a tower. CC immune by Olaf. Bomber is going in right now. Rakamoto trying to do something. King is just shooting them down. Matcha gets the King. King is trying to run. Matcha just destroys him. Katarina just dominates him. All that's left is Luminous right now. Luminous trying to do something. Trying to get the Matcha stunned. Oh my goodness.
Alright,
Can't do anything.
Game.
This is game. Teddy Loop is with that only 89 CS. Can't really do anything this game. They get the inhib, and unfortunately with MXSA, this might look like it's GG.
I mean, yeah, Teddy Lupus is only level 12. There's really nothing they can do. And you know, I do believe Teddy Lupus only has a very paltry amount of phenomenal evil.
they're able to get the Katarina. Ball handler is in a little trouble right now with Sheepy, trying to get that damage, and Sheepy is gonna lose that fight. But Rakamoto is here, try to support, but unfortunately, ball handler is will get out, and Sheepy will not be getting that kill. And MXSA barely holding on for life with the amount of minions under the tower. King just trying to clean it up right now, getting that extra gold that he needs. He has a Kraken Slayer, an Infinity Edge, and a
static ship. Looks like he's, you know, just playing to clear waves at this point, I guess. Yeah, pushing waves and just making sure your base never gets pressured is one of the, you know, core values of League of Legends. I guess, you know, static shiv is good for just delaying, stalling, hoping that your team scales up as well.
Unfortunately for MXSA, they're just trying to get it, but luckily they were able to stop the game being over by getting Matcha early. But unfortunately right now, with Matcha coming back onto the lanes, they might not be able to win for the next team fight.
I mean, we're looking at multiple Flame Horizons for both teams here. I mean, Katarina is about to Flame Horizon Veigar, Jinx is about to Flame Horizon Zeri, and, you know, that's... I mean, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, right now, MXSA trying to do anything to try to turtle around the base right now. King leading it. It might be it might be dangerous right now for King right now to just face off Matcha. Matcha just waiting for his team to get ready around the base. This might be the last stand of MXSA trying to do their best thing. But top inhib is up. The only inhib that is down is mid. So with that mid inhibitor down, they will be able to push mid, and that might be the end of MXSA's reign.
I don't know. I don't know if MXSA is actually... I don't know if EASU actually, is going to be able to finish this off in a very clean manner. I mean, obviously, Matcha can just burst them down, but, you know, MXSA still does have a decent amount of CC on their team as long as they can lock down one of their carries, get that reset. You know, it's not too bad.
Also looking at a 3v5 right now, able to get out. PT Singularity and Kinsarlo take some damage from King. Sheepy for life, trying to stop Ball Handler from getting that inhib, but unfortunately has to give it off. Yeah. With those Void Grubs just destroying the turrets and the inhib, it just goes fast for the EASU to just get those towers, get those objectives, and just run. And not looking good for EASU, MXSA right now with 2 inhibs down and the all the turrets down, just bottom inhib just left alone.
Yeah, I mean, EASU does have all 6 grubs, and you know, definitely showing why all 6 grubs is one of the scariest things you can fight against. Unfortunately, Luminous not able to steal Wolves back from Ball Handler here. This is going to be a Baron take for EASU. They don't want to finish this off in a risky manner. They just want to play safe. They just want to, you know, grab Baron, use Baron buff to secure the game.
Yes.
No funny business.
Right now, Drag is also up, so they might be looking at to take that Drag. King in the mid lane trying to clean out all the Guardians right now, coming out onto their base. I believe they're all preparing for Drag, but apparently, unfortunately, the red side will get the Baron, and once they get that Baron, they'll just head straight for the base, I think.
Yeah,
I don't think they even need the
about this
Drag.
macro call here from MXSA. I mean, obviously, Dragons are really good for, you know, scaling up and getting strong, but Baron is really good for ending the game, and you have double inhib. You got supers coming all over the wazoo. You know, I don't know if Dragon's the right call.
Lumen's trying to get that drag right now. We'll get it, and we'll just get that bounty. And trying to get back to base without anybody dying. Luminous is able to escape. EASU just coming down right now on Luminous. Luminous trying to get that final Krugs, able to get it and just run. Moss is chasing Viego down. Viego trying to look for a fight onto Katarina. But EASU looks like they're going to be getting into the thing. Kingstar trying to jump in right now. Sheepy trying to defend as much as he can as a front liner. Like I said, Sheepy right now is the only front liner, and without him in the game, they all just pretty much fall. They're just too squishy to fight.
Yeah. Again, high value assassin pick from EASU here. Once they break triple inhib, then they'll have to deal with double supers from each lane that are also Baron buffed, that also without their jungler, and
Luminous just gets
GG.
deleted and trying to do his thing.
That's
Jinx
GG?
misses ult. King trying to do something, able to get out. Takes King's survival kick, Ball Handler, able to get that stun. Able to get King just destroying that triple kill. King trying to do something on PT Singularity, able to chase him down with the Jinx passive able to remove them from their base. Look at King right now. King just turned the whole thing around, able to get that gold, and this might be the turnaround for MXSA that they needed.
Oh, sweet heavens above. I mean, that was quite a turnaround, but I don't know if that's going to be enough.
Unfortunately, I guess not, but still, it's a small victory for MXSA, elongating their hopes up, I guess. The pressure is probably a bit relieved from their team, saying they can win team fights from now. If they're able to just focus on Matcha and just let King just auto attack and do his thing, I feel like MXSA has a good chance in these team fights.
Yeah, I mean, their morale was incredibly low. But, you know, the strongest weapon you have in League of Legends is hope. And, oh my gosh, King just gave his team so much hope there. So much, you know, morale. And I don't know, they might actually be able to win this game through sheer power of friendship. I truly believe it.
Looking a little dangerous for Luminous right now. Luminous alone. Sheepy for life also looking dangerous right now. Matcha's chasing Sheepy. Matcha might be in trouble if he goes in, but able to get out. Looks like EASU is fighting that right now. They're trying to they're stunned in the pit. They're all going down right now. Oh my gosh, they're stunned right now. MXSA just lost his entire fight. Sheepy's down. King has died first. Unfortunately for them, Sheepy tries to get Bomber, and Luminous trying to do something on top, but unfortunately PT Singularity will get Jax. And looks like Teddy Lupus and Luminous is only left. Luminous trying to live right now. Getting that stun, trying to run away. King survival, PT Singularity, Bomber just getting that. Luminous able to get that kill on PT Singularity, trying to see if they can do anything for King survival. Stun, King survival, but unfortunately 3v1 unfortunately will not do good for Luminous.
Once again, we have a solo Veigar trying their best to farm out the gigantic wave. Yeah.
Unfortunately
bye,
for this looks like a GG in terms of MXSA. MXSA will take this loss and take third place in EGN, unfortunately for them. But EASU will be moving up for the second place into the finals against Kiso.